I just came back from watching the Manchester Derby between Man City and Manchester United at the Etihad, and let's get straight into it. City looked well. City looked good. They looked like they had their presence back. New signing Gianluigi Donnarumma started the game instead of Trafford. And let's talk about him. He's like Pep said, he's huge, he's big. He has a presence in the area. Couple corner kicks, comes out, gets the ball out, uh, over everyone, makes a good save against him. Buemo. I think it was the only shot that Man United took, but he looks good. Presence is there. He looks good. And I think Pep is gonna move in a way that he wants to be defensively sound first, doesn't care about the ball playing goalkeeper. He just wants a solid defense. And it looked like Donnarumma had like his defense in the corner kick set up how he wants it. Donnarumma looked good. Defense looked good, even though Man United didn't attack a lot. But get on Man United later. Manchester City looked precise on the passes. Foden came back and he looked good. He didn't look at the level that we saw him 2 seasons ago, but he looked well. He looked like he's getting back into the groove for the season. He was very good. He would get so many well positions between the midfielders and the defense, between the wing backs and the midfield. He'd find those positions, he'd find those open spaces, and he'd take advantage of it. Erling Braut Haaland double. Once again, Haaland inevitable, especially in these derbies. He's always there. He always takes advantage of Man United. He always takes advantage of how open the defense is, and took advantage of it today. I feel like he could have gone a hat trick or two. He missed a pretty open one, but once again, Haaland scores. Haaland will score. If you give Haaland any sort of space, any sort of chances, he's gonna score. And yeah, he's already leading the Premier League top goal scorer. He looks good. He looks strong. He looks fast, and he looks precise. That last goal where he was 1-on-1 with the Bayern places it perfectly right in the corner. The second goal chips over Bayern perfect after a perfect run. Yeah, he looked amazing like always. Jeremy Doku, amazing game. I think it was underrated. They weren't really talking about him, but he played a very good game. He 1v1 his fullback. He'd do through passes. He's coming centrally a little bit sometimes. Like centrally between the United center backs. He played well. 2 assists for Jeremy Doku after getting benched by Marmoush not too long ago, and it's good to see Doku at a good level because when he's at a good level, he looks very good. Um, what else? Let's talk about how good defensively they look with Kuzanov, Vardiol, Ruben Diaz. And Rico Lewis defensively looked pretty bad against Amar today, but we talk about Kusanov, Vardiol, and Ruben Diaz, they look very solid. I think with Kusanov and Vardiol, you gain so much speed in defense. I think you gain so much speed, physicality in defense because Stones and then Akanji, who was there not too long ago, I think their age is getting up there. The physicality is going down. And I think with Kuzanov and Vardiol, their physicality speed, athleticism is very good in defense with Ruben Diaz experience. They look good. They look good defensively. I think Kusanov's going to start a lot of games this season. I think he should start a lot of games this season, as well as Vardiol. Vardiol, when he's fit, he's going to be the starting left center back. And yeah, I think when it comes to City, they look good. They did what they were supposed to do. They played their game. They need to get that confidence back. And I think the Manchester Derby is the perfect game to get their confidence back for the rest of the season. I think if they would have lost this, it would have been a very bad time. It would have been 3 losses in a row. But getting their confidence back against Manchester United, getting the likes of Erling Haaland on good form, the likes of Foden, the likes of Doku, Rodri played well, even though he did look slow and out of pace for the league. Rodri looked good. Reinders was missing a couple of times. Bernardo Silva was getting locked up by Dorgu, but when he would come in, he'd come in, make some good plays, go out, open up the game. I think City looked good. I think Pep adapted well. I think Pep wants to look at a more defensively sound team, which is why he prioritized Kuzanov, why he prioritized Vardiol and Donnarumma in goal. But yeah, they look balanced. They look good. Manchester City looks very good. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, Manchester United, and how they don't change at all. They don't change the way they play. They don't change the formation, the style, the players. Nothing changes. Well, one man once said, if nothing changes, nothing changes. The players don't change, the system doesn't change, the formation doesn't change, nothing changes. So guess what? Nothing's gonna change. I think it's pretty obvious. If you don't change anything, if you don't play Mainu, if you keep playing Ugarte, you keep playing Luke Shaw, you keep bringing on uh, Mainu in the last couple of minutes when you're already losing, when you don't change Bruno's position on the field, when yeah, I think if nothing changes, nothing changes, and nothing changed for Manchester United, so they didn't play any different. Luke Shaw mistakes over again. I honestly, I've said it for a long time. I don't know how he still plays in this Manchester United team. I don't know how he starts over the likes of Heaven. I don't know how he starts over the likes of Mazraoui as a left center back. Mazraoui has looked very good as left center back. I don't know how he starts over Maguire. I don't understand. There's no creativity in midfield. Bruno Fernandes drops too deep, so he has no creative value when it comes to going forward. Dorgu looked like he every time the ball bounces off his feet. And Buemo had a bad game. Uh, what else? Amad Diallo made mistakes on mistakes, bad passes, bad touches, bad decisions. His IQ looked very low this game. Ugarte, at least said the better. Just no creativity going forward. Sesko is there. You have a 6'5" athletic young striker on top who looked good. He had good hold up play. He would win his aerial duels. He would pick up the ball, hold the ball, pass it, move. Sesko looked good in my opinion, but then you have these people who can't make a good corner, these players who can't make a good through pass. Then it just leaves Sesko just standing there between the defenders, and he looked pretty good in my opinion. Won his area duels, like I said. Hold the play looked very good, but there was no creativity in this attack at all, and it's something that we've seen in this Manchester United team last season, and ever since Cunha. When Cunha doesn't play, there's no creativity in the game, and you can't rely on Cunha when he's like, who knows how many games he's gonna play? He just got injured. Who knows how he's gonna come back? And I just there's no creativity with the same players. The league, in my opinion, was the only player who looked good in defense today. I think Yoro had a terrible game. I think Lucia, very bad game. Majrawi played decent, but going forward, he didn't really do much. Dorgu, I think, had a bad game. I honestly think Delik was the only player that had a good game this game. He looked strong, whether he was in the centrally or whether it was at right when Maguire came in. He looked strong in my opinion. I want to talk about Yoro. The second goal, I believe, was partly on him. He was covering Doku's from the outside, leaving Doku the whole inside, leaving Doku the whole pass to Haaland. I think that was weird. I don't know if other people noticed that or people were talking about it, but I think that's something I found very strange. How Doku was able to hold Yoro back, and while Yoro was covering the outside of him, leaving him the whole central area and to pass to Haaland. I think Yoro was getting cooked half the time. I don't think he made a good tackle. Uh, and yeah, I think Luke Shaw, I don't know, like I said again, I don't know how he starts. I don't know how he plays that many minutes. Uh, what else? Let's keep talking about this trash team. Um, there was one shot probably on goal that Donnarumma was like a good save, but other than that, I don't know. They want to pass the ball inside. They want to like tiki taka all the way inside. Like I don't understand. There's so many times where Bruno would get the ball right outside, where and Buemo, where Amar they would get the ball outside the box. It just wouldn't shoot. I don't understand why they want to pass the ball into net. I don't know understand why they want to tiki taka all the way inside. It just doesn't make sense to me. You have a 6'5" striker there that needs a good corner. You have players that could make long shots like Bruno, like Embuemo, and you just don't shoot. I think the only good shot was in Buemo's volley that Donnarumma had a block. But other than that, I don't think they had a good shot on goal or even shot on goal. And I think the main thing, which I don't like to blame Manchester United managers that much. Well, I do, but I was willing to give Ruben Amorim time because I like how he talks. I like his presence. I like his idea of making them physically strong, make them press, make them do all these things. But it's time. I think they look the same. Nothing changes. You don't play Menu. You don't play Heaven instead of Luke Shaw. You play every time you play a good team. You play so defensively, playing Mashrawi as right wing back, playing Luke Shaw, bringing on Maguire in when you're losing. Um, what else? Uh, Bruno playing deep, Ugarte playing 90 minutes. I just, I think it's time. Nothing changes. His system doesn't change. And look, I don't care about the formation. I genuinely don't care about formation. I don't like how people just complain about five at the back, five at the back, five at the back. For me, it's the two in the middle. Like we've seen five at the back work worldwide, internationally, football. Um, but usually their midfield is compact. The players are compact, and in this team, you play with two midfielders, and almost every league team in the league plays with three midfielders, and they always take advantage of the central areas. Every time someone plays Manchester United, we all say they're gonna dominate. The other team's gonna dominate the midfield. They're gonna dominate the midfield. And usually, when you have this group of players, you try and get the best out of them in their best positions. You have Bruno playing DM. When you have Mainu on the bench, you play Ugarte. Um, I think he's just too stubborn. I think the best managers in 2025 are able to adapt to different styles. They're able to adapt to different types of games, different score lines. They're just able to adapt. Luis Enrique doesn't just play tiki taka, possession plays football. They can stay back. Pep Guardiola has shown he's able to adapt. You have players like managers like Arne Slot who adapt, who stay back, who defend, who way in the middle. It's just the best manager in the world in today's age are able to adapt to anything, to score lines, to different teams, to different situations. And Ruben Amorim is just too stubborn, in my opinion, to be a top level manager with the team of Man United, who I believe made some good signings, who I believe have some good talent. Jordan had a bad game, but I think he's a very good talent. And Buemo had a good game. Had a very bad game, but I think he's a very good player. Bruno is a very good player. I rate Sesko a lot. I think he's a good player for the present and for the future. The league is a very good player. I think there's a lot of players that just don't fit the system. Mainu is an amazing player, and he doesn't play. So I think it's time. I think Ruben Amorim has to leave. I think Manchester United should look at Iraola from Bournemouth. I would look at it Xavi to look at something different. I think I think it's time. Manchester United should look for a new manager who's able to manage this team. I think if they keep him, I think nothing's going to change. I think when they face Chelsea, they'll probably get scored on another three times. But yeah, Manchester City 3-0. Manchester City looked very good. Haaland looked very good, which is good to see. I like seeing Erling Haaland at the top of his game. And yeah, Manchester United lose again. Uh, that guy's afro is gonna look very. That guy's afro isn't gonna change at all. And yeah, let's see what's next. Let's see if Manchester United get rid of Ruben Amorim.